she's a Cultural Librarian Award winner, and she's also best known for her practice for exploring themes of self-representation, historical memory, and community identity. So for tonight, she'll be showing us around the installations in AQ, and this is her first solo exhibition. So we're very happy to have her here tonight, and we'll be beginning at the first floor galleries, single galleries, then continuing up to the third floor and the fourth floor. So, yeah.
Hi. Do you mind just holding this for me? Yeah. Hi everyone. Good evening, and thanks for coming. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it would be good to actually start from here, this floor, and then next we goes to third floor, and then after that we will end at the Let's Chat, where we can sit down and have a cup of tea, and then people can ask some questions if you like. Yeah. So that's how we will take the tour. Now, for this floor, the works in these floors are all about singles. So how many of you have actually visited the exhibitions already? So 1 or 2 person. Okay, so the rest haven't really seen it yet. Huh? Okay, so I'd like to begin with this piece of work, which is called Worthy Tour, Worthy Tour Company Singapore Private Limited. This is actually a work that I have presented in 2006 at the Singapore Biennale show. Yeah, and the works is about a research into some collections by some individual collectors, private collectors, and the artifacts were eventually exported out of Singapore. So these are Singaporean collectors, and for some reasons they were not kept here. They were kind of collectors who were elderly and then couldn't continue to house those collections. So they approached the government. Unfortunately, was not given any space here to continue keeping them here. So when they approached museums outside Singapore, and eventually they were all accepted. So when I found out about this, I thought that was a very important questions to look into. So I started making a research into that. So what we are presenting here was specifically selected. Of course, there are so many other collections that were exported outside Singapore. There were some in Australia, some in England, and many other cities of China. But for this tour, I planned in a way that it can form into a tour where people can actually make a tour there. Yeah. So it was meant to be a real tour, but the company was faked. So I have not registered the company, which is fake. During the exhibition, it was then presented as travel books. Yeah, and people were invited to sign up for the tour and all that. And remember that time I had about 5 people sign up, and there were many people who promised to call, but some didn't call after that. Yeah, so it was meant to be a physical, real tour, but unfortunately we didn't have enough budget to really bring a tour, to buy tickets and then bring the tour there. But individual people who signed up for the tour were invited to kind of make their own tour. Yeah. So what you saw here was the presentations of the, these leaflets that introduce some of the collecting the artifacts. So we have 4 collectors who, one of them collected very important collections of Chinese art, Ming and Ming Qing's collections. Yeah, and which is now being housed in Hong Kong art museums. Yeah. So what was really extraordinary is when I make an interview with the directors there, the collectors actually approached the museums, and the museum have no plans for this before. They were building the new museum, And when they heard that this collection was coming in and they are going to accept that, they actually, the collectors make it at conditions that the museum create a new space for this, to house this special collection. And they immediately changed the plan to house this collection. So now the gallery there is called Xi Bai Zai. So when you go to visit art museums in Hong Kong, you can ask to see these collections in that specific gallery. So they kind of have regular art programs to change the exhibits, and they are also on websites, and they are also linked to all universities in Hong Kong, so that students who want to do research of this period of art will have direct access to those information. Yeah. So this is how the collectors asked of the museums, and they were fulfilled. Yeah. And the other collections were some very important Chinese film script, handwritten film script of the 60s, 50s time, and collected by a writer himself, who was the president of Writers Association, and he has been working as the manager for Shaw Brothers. So Shaw Brothers used to have, they used to have also studios in Singapore, but mostly stationed, headquarters is in Hong Kong. So usually Hong Kong, the script were done in Hong Kong, but then sent a copy to the manager in Singapore, because Singapore and Malaysia used to be the very big market for the film made in Hong Kong, especially the Chinese and Cantonese film in those days. Yeah. So this manager would then vet through the script and give their advice and all that. So these collections of film script shows their comments in handwritten notes, you know, and they are bind together. After he's vet through them, he didn't have to send them back. He kept them and then bind them together in books like this. And there are hundreds of them. Yeah. So then